Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number RM752-12-12 or 12-630. So this is an edge pole from Rockwood, and they have a offering of edge poles, and these edge poles are generally, 50. I don't know exactly how thick it is. We'll measure it. Just 50 thousandths thick kick plate type material that has either a solid rod that's been welded on or a rolled over end to allow you to operate this as a pole, an edge pole from a door to swing the door out. Can't really say that it would be used for sliding doors, except I don't see why you couldn't use it for sliding doors. It's certainly no more or less necessarily disqualified just because it's relatively petite. But you're generally going to see these, of course, in swinging doors. And then what's advantageous about this is all that you really see is just that pole that's there. This is all the door. Okay, so a nice architectural look. And let's dissect the part number, and then we'll go through all of the components. First of all, it's an RM752. RM752 means two things. It has a return on the backside, and it's for a square edge door. Okay, if you had a beveled edge door, you'd need a different part number. If you did not want this return on the backside, you'd need a different part number. We'll go over that in a moment. The -12, well, that's easy. That means it's 12-inch in length. Why would someone want such a long edge pole? Well, if you've got a 7-foot door, this might be perfect. It might be too big. If you've got a 9-foot door, this might be perfect, or it might be just the right size. My point is that as your door height grows, I think your door hardware, your door poles, your push plates, that all needs to kind of grow with it. If you have kitchen cabinets, 20 years ago it became popular to run those top cabinets in the kitchen much higher, taller ceilings. I'm referring to like West Loop area 25, 30 years ago, with all of the condo development that was going on at a breakneck speed. Those ceilings got taller, those top cabinets got taller, and the cabinet poles, they didn't stay 3-inch center to center. They got 6, 8, 12-inch, 18-inch center. And that's because those cabinets were so much taller. So as your door height increases, you might want to think about how this looks in proportion to the overall height of the scheme of what's being done. The -12, that means the diameter of this rod is 1/2 inch. They can do these rods in different diameters, 7/16, 3/8, 1/2 inch. Sometimes there's a problem doing them as a solid rod, and they'll always only do it as a rolled over hollow rod. But in general, I find that Rockwood can do that. And if Rockwood can't, we have someone who can. This is 630. That means it's stainless steel, and it is in a brushed finish. So it's solid stainless with a brushed finish. So that's a very durable finish that you're seeing here because of the nature of what it is. It's the most durable of all finishes. It's called a natural finish. There is no finish more durable than solid stainless with a brushed finish. So if you're looking for, I want the most durable finish, I wanted a chrome type color, well, 630 or US 32D is going to be the answer. This was ordered, and it has to be specified based on the door thickness. Now, this client told us that they have an 1 3/8 door with 3/8 cladding. So why isn't that just an 1 3/4 thick door? It's because it's not. It's an 1 3/8 door with cladding applied. You can see you're about 2 3/16 or so from the back side here. The reason that it's not an 1 3/4 thick door is because of where the placement is of those screws. You're going to want to tell us, my door is this thick, that I'm applying some material, if you were. It's very unusual to do that, but not unheard of. So the reason that the client specified 1 3/8 door thickness with a 3/8 cladding is to get those screws put in the right location for that door thickness. Another screw in the backside. Speaking of screws, they are included in a complementary finish. I'm going to guess that these are stainless because they are marginally magnetic, and stainless is marginally magnetic when it's been worked or machined. Let's switch to the screen view and take a closer look at some supporting documents. Forgive me. So here is the item that we are looking at and what the extended description is telling us. Edge pole for square edge doors, 12 inch. And by the way, as in the part number, as you change that 12-inch, you'll find many other sizes. So if I search for RM752, there's going to be lots of sizes. You know, probably 2-inch up to, who knows, 24-inch. I'm just guessing. I don't know what we have it listed in, but we have pages of sizes listed. The point is there's nothing unusual about the material that would prevent you from having this almost any size that you want. If you literally wanted this 8 foot in length, I would see no reason why the manufacturer couldn't give it to you in that sort of length. So if you are looking for a length that we don't have listed, reach out to us. We will certainly oblige the request. Rod diameter 1/2 inch, satin stainless steel with a return. Specify that door thickness when ordering, and that's a required field that you fill in there. Okay. Now the product brochure, before we get to that, a 4-inch would be a very common size for a piece of equipment like this. You don't see them 12-inch often, but we do occasionally enough. And that's what it looks like, basically. Now, the product brochure is going to allow us to review those other model numbers to account for the bevel or the square edge or the return or no return. And here they are, simply. And this is what you're faced with. No return square edge, return square edge. Okay? No return beveled edge, return beveled edge. Here are your part numbers. There's even one for double acting doors. Okay, then all you do is, well, you specify the rod size and then the length as well. Architectural finishes can be done. Your brasses, your bronze, your chromes, your satin polished, oil rubbed bronze, powder coated. Rockwood does a great job when it comes to powder coating. Black, white, red, I know they do all of that, powder coating. So be mindful. You are really in the hands of a tremendous manufacturer when it comes to customization. And I know that firsthand. These are some standard sizes they have listed here, but again, whatever size you like. But we have to know the door thickness because all of that math on how long that is based on that. Now back to the item that we are indeed looking at. There's a link here below this page, below this, or to the right of this video, to the manufacturer's page. And that page is going to allow us to take a much closer look at everything Rockwood related. And let's take a look at that page. And as that page loads, you can review all of the Rockwood products we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog for their core material, the typical trim and auxiliary material. This RM750 series will not be found in that catalog. It is in the architectural door pull catalog. That's here. Okay. Okay, I did not know this, but Rockwood apparently is producing lights and louvers. This normally is under Pemco. They may, sorry for this aside, but Pemco this must have been pushed over to Rockwood and branded under the Rockwood name. Anyway, so the architectural door pull catalog is certainly where you will want to look for this material that we're discussing. It will certainly be in the back of the catalog. Little updated information that we see here as well. Okay, I kind of like the older one. Shows us a little better the way that they break out the different types. The RM760 is a very common edge pull as well. And speaking of that, they can also make this in different sizes, different finishes as well. This catalog is 100+ pages of all things door pull related. So if you're not sure what you need or what you'd like, by all means refer to this document, as it will. And I caution you, it will give you more choices than you may want to be presented with in the long term. Lots of options. Lots of options here. Then, of course, some other information, a video here, me testifying to the extreme technical capabilities of Rockwood, and an example of where they really assisted me in getting a problem solved for a client. They were able to manufacture for me a custom faceplate for replacement of an electromagnetic deadbolt that had been discontinued decades ago. Did a really great job with it, Rockwood did. Let's wrap up this video on camera. Now, in conclusion, I'm quite partial to Rockwood, and it's because of their fit and finish, their quality, their predictable, dependable, prompt shipping lead times, their technical support, their customer service. They're really, in all sincerity, I hope that someone at Rockwood is generating a how-to or a playbook by which to run a manufacturing company that is so capable of prompt, reliable, predictable shipping lead times. Very, very rarely are they running long. They do sometimes run into situations where something happens outside of their organization when they have to depend on a contractor, a third-party vendor. So an example of that is in their door poles. Two things. They have poles made of architectural base materials, wood, and they even do rubber wrapped. Why would you want a pole with rubber over it? Well, in the American Southwest in July, when that steel has been baking in the sun at 112 degrees for 4 hours, you go up and pull the door open on the bank when you walk in, or the restaurant. Yeah, you're going to know that it's hot. Rubber wrapping. Leather is what I'm talking about. They do leather wrapping on poles as well. So that's a third-party vendor that they deal with. So when the lead times run long, they're not running long necessarily. They're just a longer lead time because they have to send it out. It has to come back. Wood material as well. I think I've done some door stops, baseboard-mounted door stops that were partially made of wood. So they're turning that, someone else is doing that work for them. But super prompt, reliable, predictable shipping lead times. They're common. The common experience I have with them is everyone I speak to there somehow, some way has a grasp over the manufacturing process, and they bring that to the conversation when you speak to them. Any questions on the RM752? This happens to be in a 12-inch with a half-inch rod, or any other Rockwood item, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please click subscribe as well, and even share the video with someone that you know. And if you have any questions for a future video, please send them our way, and we will make every attempt to oblige. And thank you very much.